Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto markets. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the THORChain and the native cryptocurrency of THORChain called RUNE. So THORChain is a frontrunner for cross-chain digital asset exchange. I'm going to be explaining exactly what that is in this video, so make sure you stick with me until the very end and you smash the like button, you leave a comment down below, and if you're not already subscribed to Crypto Empire, hit the subscribe button and make sure all notifications are turned on as well. And like always, let the gains be with you. So to start off this video, let's take a look at THORChain on CoinGecko and see what's going on with the price and tokenomics. So in terms of market cap, THORChain is currently number 38 with a $3.3 billion market cap, trading at $13.19. It is recovering very nicely from the crash that we just had, along with most of the altcoin market, as well as Bitcoin. But we can see that there is a capped maximum supply of 500 million RUNE tokens. So we will be focusing on the RUNE token in this video. However, I need to explain to you the power of THORChain and what THORChain actually is at the protocol level so that you really understand the potential that this project has, because it is simply a project that cannot be ignored. There is what is called THORSwap, and THORSwap is a decentralized automated market maker. Think Uniswap, think PancakeSwap, but on steroids. Now, look, let's not get tribal here. You guys know I am very bullish on the Polkadot ecosystem. I'm a big fan of PokeSwap. I just made a full tutorial video about PokeSwap. Now look, PokeSwap and THORChain are going to go neck and neck. You can put native Bitcoin into your wallet here. Very simple to create a wallet. I'll disconnect mine and explain to you very quickly how to create a wallet. So essentially, this is a wallet that is cross-chain compatible. You can put your Bitcoin in here. You can put your Litecoin in here. You can put your Ethereum in here. And it is on the native chain. It stays on the Ethereum blockchain. It stays on the layer 1 native Bitcoin blockchain. Same with Litecoin. Same with Binance Coin. And of course, the THORChain as well. So we go to connect. And if this is your first time, all you're going to do is hit Create Key Store. And that's your key store wallet native to THORSwap. So I already have one, so I'll do connect key store, and you download a little file on your computer, and then you would go ahead and put in your password, of course, and then that is literally how you create your wallet. Obviously, you do have your 12-word seed phrase, so be sure to write that down in a safe place. But you are going to want to have access to the ThorSwap.finance application because it allows you to swap, for example, Bitcoin to Ethereum on their native blockchains without it ever leaving your own self-hosted cryptocurrency wallet. For example, if I wanted to swap my Bitcoin and I wanted Litecoin and I didn't want to send it through a centralized exchange, so for example, Coinbase, Binance, whatever, all I would do is I would go to ThorSwap.finance, I would go to swap, and I would hit Bitcoin to LTC. We would just type that in. And then bada bing, bada boom. You put in the amount of Bitcoin you want, and then you get Litecoin in return. It is changing the game right now. It's making centralized exchanges literally go out of business. Because right now, this is brand new. We can go over here to stats. We can see that there's a total volume for this decentralized exchange of 1.47, but there's only 69.25 million in liquidity at this point in time. This is low compared to exchanges like Uniswap and PancakeSwap. This number is going to increase over time as the popularity of THORSwap, as people realize the power of this decentralized exchange. There's no doubt about it. This is going to catch on like wildfire. So there are multiple uses for the RUNE token. The RUNE token is what powers the THORChain network. So of course, it is kind of like the main currency in terms of liquidity providing, right? Every native currency, whether it's Bitcoin, any ERC20, any Binance chain coin, it can be pooled with RUNE tokens. And now this just makes it so there aren't going to be a million different liquidity pools. It makes it so there's only going to be a finite number of liquidity pools because everything is pooled with RUNE tokens. Also, before we go any further, speaking about the wallet here, now I don't have any funds in this particular wallet. However, the XDefi Wallet is currently in beta testing. Now listen, I am not sponsored by any way from XDefi. I've just been doing my research and I see that This wallet is actually pretty amazing with the technology that they are developing, and I am waiting for them to release the full version so I can get access to it. It's pretty much going to be like your MetaMask or your Trust wallet, but it's going to be an XDefi wallet, and you're going to have your native coins on many different blockchains all in one place, and you're going to be able to easily connect it with ThorSwap, just like you can easily connect MetaMask to Uniswap. You're going to be able to connect your XDefi to ThorSwap, and you're going to have your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, your Ethereum, your THORChain, your BNB all in one wallet, and you're going to be able to swap them. Monero, let's not forget about Monero, Pirate Chain. Every single cryptocurrency network, every single blockchain will be available in your wallet, and you're going to be able to use ThorSwap to seamlessly swap in between networks to any token that you want. So for spot trading in particular, this is absolutely revolutionizing the game. It has a bit of a first mover advantage because it's up and running right now. You can spot trade, you can provide liquidity, you can get paid out in Rune tokens. Like, Rune token is the settlement of the network. So I'm very bullish on THORChain. If you guys couldn't tell from my tone in this video, I think it definitely needs to be on your radar. So with that being said, let's get into the Rune token and what exactly it is used for. So the Rune token has 5 distinct superpowers, as we can see here from the website. First of all, it can be used to provide liquidity. So let's say you're providing liquidity in the Bitcoin Rune pool. You would be getting paid out in Rune tokens in proportion to the amount of fees that get accrued. You get 0.3% of all transaction fees, depending on how much percentage of the pool that you own, of course. Also, it can be used for security. So for security, think of it as, so you guys know I'm a real estate agent. So let's say you wanted to rent an apartment. You would need to put up a security deposit before you went ahead and got, of course, the lease for the apartment. The security deposit is there to make sure if you break anything, well, then it's going to come out of your pocket. If you want to run a node on THORChain, you need to put up a bond in Rune tokens. As we can see here, the minimum amount for a Rune bond is 1 million Rune in order to be turned into the network. So if the node attempts to steal assets, then their bond is deducted to the amount of the asset they stole, and the pools are made whole. Additionally, nodes have to perform a lot of mandatory services, or else their Rune bond is deducted. So essentially, if you are running a node for THORChain, you need to put up a bond, and if you slip up, if you're a bad actor, well, guess what? Your bond is going to get penalized. So it just creates incentive to abide by the rules, not try to do any shifty business if you're running a node, which is very powerful. It keeps everybody in checks. It keeps the checks and balances in place. So very good to see that for the Rune token. So after security, THORChain can be used for governance, of course. So you can vote on the protocol. You can make sure, if something's not right, everybody can vote on something, and you guys can sort it out if you do want to participate in governance for the THORChain protocol. So next, after governance, THORChain can be used to incentivize participants in the network. Essentially, you use it to pay for gas on the network, of course, but when you do a swap on THORSwap, after fees are charged and gas is subsidied, THORChain computes the block reward, divides it based on the incentive pendulum algorithm, and then pays out to bonders and liquidity providers. So of course, liquidity providers get rewarded. If you put a bond to run a node, you get rewarded. So this drives node to bond the optimal amount and pays liquidity providers for their contribution of liquidity. The next superpower of the Rune token is it amplifies the pooled assets. So essentially, Rune will pull in liquidity from every corner of the cryptosphere, creating incredibly deep liquidity pools. Liquidity is very important. If I want to cash out, let's say, my Rune for Bitcoin, there needs to be Bitcoin, there needs to be liquid Bitcoin in that pool for me to cash out without suffering a high degree of slippage on the transaction. Low liquidity will drive users away from the network because they don't want to be paying large amounts, or they don't want to be losing a lot of money because of slippage. So with that being said, eventually these pools will become so liquid they'll start to affect the price of the paired asset in the same way as Bitcoin and Ethereum currently do. This phenomenon will first be observed on pooled assets where are very illiquid outside of THORChain. Larger market cap assets will follow once the liquidity pools become deeper. So THORChain obviously has some use case, if you guys couldn't tell by now. And of course, as we've discussed, there is a 500 million maximum supply. So this is a powerhouse network. This token has been on the rise. Let's take a look at what is happening on the THORChain charts and get into the price prediction for this video, because this protocol is definitely one that cannot be ignored. So let's start off by taking a look at the daily when it comes to price action. we can see that we suffered a very steep drop, as much as approximately 70% we dropped for THORChain, all the way back to this demand zone here at $6. This is your buying opportunity of a lifetime. Now, just by looking at this chart, I'll extend this trend line right. We were trading at a bit of this channel before. So I'll extend this line right, and it goes right. It's amazing how technical analysis works, guys. Where I'm looking is where these two candles closed, right? This is on a daily price chart. And price before was respecting this range we were trading in very well. So I do expect these trend lines to continue to play out as support and resistance before we really move on to higher levels. So I'm going to drop this down to a 4-hour, but first of all, I'm going to put a little box where these candles closed. Let's go down to a 4-hour, and we can see that there is no doubt a level of, first of all, this looks like an inverse head and shoulders, clear reversal signal, right? But if we take a look at this, I mean, this is clear kind of support. I'll call it a demand zone right here at this $10 price level. This is a key area. And now I think that if we do drop down to this $10 level where this lower trend line is, this is going to be your entry. Not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I just simply share educational content so that you can make informed decisions in the marketplace after you do your own research. But I really like this $10 price level on the charts. So also we can see that we are recovering very nicely. If we take a measurement of the fib to see exactly, where things are, we can see that the golden pocket, the 0.618 of this retracement upwards, kind of aligns here with this trend line. I am looking for a bounce at this trend line personally, where it would look something like this. We bounce and then we head back down before we continue to move higher. Now, obviously a lot can happen. The market is very unpredictable at this moment in time. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, there will be different market conditions. But as of right now, we just had this huge kind of flash crash, right? All this energy FUD in the media, lots of FUD about crypto. They're really trying to paint a bad picture for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole right now. But we know that you're not going to win. Like, crypto is not going anywhere. Look at this technology. Look at THORSwap. It's never been such a clean interface where you can just swap your Bitcoin, your native Bitcoin for native Ethereum, native Litecoin in one place. Like, this technology is revolutionizing the world, and the fact that it's trying to be inhibited kind of gets under my skin. But anyway, let's get back to my price prediction for THORChain RUNE. So we need to recover from this drop. This is kind of a very nice V-shaped recovery. We had an inverse head and shoulders as we discussed. I would be looking out because there is supply up here. It aligns with the golden ratio, and this is a supply zone, I would say, up here as well. So yeah, be on the lookout for a bounce at these levels. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, but I am bullish on Rune. There's no doubt about it. And I think if you want a well-diversified portfolio that has very strong altcoins, this definitely needs to be a coin that you do consider. Talking about where we may go in the future, we now have some data after this crash to draw some Fibonacci extension levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this all-time high, and I'm going to bring it down to the low that I created all the way down here at $5.97. Absolutely crazy. And I do have some extension levels. I have the 0.618, the 1 extension, and the 1.618. And that takes us to $30, $35, $36.59, and $46 respectively. I do expect these price levels to get absolutely smashed in the future as this market matures. I think this crash was like a great reset for crypto. It just reset all of the indicators. All of the indicators went from extreme greed to extreme fear. It reset the board, which just gives us more time to prepare ourselves for what is coming, because this is, no doubt about it, this is going to be the bull run that is going to top every other bull run. With the adoption and all the narratives in crypto, chains that were being developed, like Ethereum, for example. Ethereum 2.0 was a narrative in 2017. Right now, it's finally coming to fruition this year. We have Polkadot, Mainnet going live, Kusama, Parachain starting right now. Everything, Cardano, Alonzo Hard Fork, smart contracts, everything is coming to fruition at once right now, and with that creates a lot of momentum. So you really cannot stop this train that is the cryptocurrency industry at this point in time. And Rune is a project that is innovating, it's creating, it's separating itself from the pack with ThorSwap, with the Rune token, with everything involved in this project. So that is why I am bullish on it. And I'm going to give my price prediction of at least $100 this year of 2021. I think we have a lot of room to grow. I think it is still early in this bull market, and I think THORChain needs to be on your radar when it comes to cryptocurrencies that are changing things and making things easier and solving problems. Because like I said, centralized exchanges can go down. You need to give up your security. Market makers see the orders. They have access to the order book. That allows them to do events like this where they can totally pull the rug and just make a lot of people lose a lot of money. With ThorSwap, with liquidity pools, it makes it very hard to manipulate a market like they do with traditional order books. It's changing the game. It is decentralized. It is trustless. So I hope that you did enjoy this video about THORChain and the Rune cryptocurrency. This is a trustless, decentralized protocol that allows you to swap assets on their native chains for one another in a completely decentralized way. You never have to send it into a centralized exchange. It is all done from your own private, self-hosted cryptocurrency wallet. It's absolutely changing the game, and the Rune token is the powerhouse behind the THORChain network, and it should be on your radar. And listen, if you did enjoy this content, make sure you smash that like button down below. You subscribe to Crypto Empire if you're not already subscribed, and leave a comment if you are bullish on Rune. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and we will see you in the next video.